Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, everybody, Brian Kruse. Welcome back. Happy hump day, everybody. Hope it's been the humpiest of all the humps of the humpiest hump days of all of your life, because you got to hump it up on a hump day. You got to do it, right? Happy hump day. Welcome back to Kruse Control. And joining me always is my lovely co-host, everybody, back here at Kruse Control, Miss Sabrina Vittori. Sabrina, welcome back to Kruse Control. How you doing tonight, Sabrina? How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Happy hump day. Hope you had a good hump day. It's been good?
It's been a little stressful. I've had a little bit of a stressful work day, but I'm here and I made it. And I'm sorry that we're late, everyone. Partially my fault. Thank you for having me, and I'm glad we're gonna have a very special episode, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast, Sabrina. It really is. It's just good to have like new people on the show promoting stuff and talking about different projects that are fantastic and blowing the internet up by storm. It's amazing. Hey, what's up, GR? Good to see you. Good to see you.
You're always trying to call us out for being late. Shit happens, man. Help me out, okay? GR, rein it in, bud.
He does it all the time. I know. But thank you for being here, Sabrina.
Late again. Yeah, I know. We're aware. I apologize.
We get it, GR. I know we're late. You know what? Sabrina and I are not alone here, as always. Also back, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. Our resident intellectual is here himself, too, Mr. Mike Casey. Mike, welcome back to Kruse Control, man. How are you doing tonight? Happy hump day.
Happy hump day, Brian. I'm never going to get used to that intro, but boy, am I excited tonight. Wow, our guests in the middle of their whirlwind media tour, and I gotta say, from the little interaction we had ahead of time, they seem like cool, genuine guys with a really incredible project that that they just released and is just getting incredible reviews. So I am super excited for today's episode.
What's up, Richard Tracy? Yeah, me too. It's really exciting, Mike. Thank you for being here as always. And it's just awesome. It's hump day. I'm feeling good about things, as I always am. And honestly, it's going to be a fantastic night because, of course, like we're saying over and over again in the chat here, everybody, we have guests tonight for the very first time joining us on Kruse Control. And I'm excited to go into this because honestly, it's one of those things where I'll break it down for you as always. We usually go into some kind of big segment, breaking news. Now we're going to start off a little slow, dive into interviews, and have a good time tonight. Because the very first thing I want to talk about as we go in here is, of course, the vanishing of the SS Willie. Now, this is something that's been blowing the internet up by storm right now, everybody. If you haven't seen the short film, you got to check it out right now. You got to get up there, you got to see it online. But of course, I'm going to break it down for a second because January 1st, Mickey Mouse became public domain. Well, of course, the mouse, part of the mouse, 100-year-old mouse himself, that Steamboat Willie, he became public domain. And at that point, people were going nuts. But what's going to be the first thing coming out for horror films for Mickey Mouse? Because, of course, it happened Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey, and that was a big thing, just blowing up the world. And, happened the Grinch, the mean one, all this stuff was going crazy. But this is Mickey Mouse. And, of course, Disney tried for a long time to stop this from happening. They actually were supposed to be up in 2003, and Mickey Mouse fought it. He's like, don't mess with me, everybody. I want to be a good boy, whatever. So he just tried to stop it. Mickey Mouse tried to stop it, and they actually stopped it for 20 years, and they called it the Mickey Mouse Clause, and they were just trying to stop it. And then after that 20 years, though, they couldn't stop it anymore. Mickey Mouse has to become public domain. His conservatorship is done, and now he is free to be whoever he wants to be as a mouse, him and Minnie himself. So it's a big deal for
free
Mickey.
To be who he wants to be. He's finally, he belongs to the rest of us, yeah.
Yeah, he belongs to us all, Mike. So this is where this all opened up, okay? So now, there's this movie coming out, okay? It's called Mickey Mouse's Trap. All right, cool. There's a video game called Infestation, but none of those are out yet. No, the very first one to come out right now is The Vanishing of the SS Willie. And I'm so excited, everybody, to have a conversation today with the creators of this project, and it's been blowing the internet by storm. It's just like freaking massive. The very first one is on the news all over the place, and honestly, these guys are amazing. I want to welcome everybody to Kruse Control for the very, very first time. Nick and David, check them out, everybody. They are amazing. You gotta check this out. Night Signal Entertainment here live on Kruse Control. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you so much. Welcome to the show, guys. Hope it's been great. I can't believe what's happening for you guys. It's amazing. Welcome.
Generous intro. Thank you.
A very generous intro. Oh my God, we're a couple of schlubs.
That's all right.
Oh yeah, look at these hot celebs over here. Look at these. We got a couple dudes over here. They made a video using Premiere, and we seized our opportunity with.
No, it's up on the internet. All right.
It's step on
You were
the
the first one, guys. You were the bravest ones to get out there in that rarefied air.
Yeah, you were the first
that
ones
was
to
the
make this
plan.
happen.
That was
So
the
did you plan
hope.
this for a long? Did you plan this for a long time? Because honestly, like the very first artist, that takes a lot of cojones to come out there and just do this and drop it. Like the very
Especially
first
with
people. So
Disney.
it's a big gamble. Were you afraid that Mickey Mouse would come after you at all when you dropped this?
Oh yeah, we were extremely cautious with how we approached this particular short. I mean, you probably noticed like there's a million different things that we did to like try to stay above board, like what we thought that they would try to come after people for. Like there's some debate as to whether or not people should try using the actual name Mickey Mouse. The name Mickey Mouse does appear in the short, so in theory, you should be able to say his name. You should be able to say, "Hey,
you should be able
Mickey
to."
Mouse. But we were opting on the side of caution, and so that's why in the short film, all of the all the characters go unnamed to protect their identities. But you know who they are, and S.S. Willie, isn't Steamboat Willie, but it evokes it, so it's just a lot of like. It was a whole lot of tiptoeing to try to avoid, try to still capitalize on the fact that, this like piece of really well-known media is public domain, but without giving ourselves as much, legal room to make sure that if they did want to come after us, that we'd have some kind of floor to stand on.
Did you have any professional consultation or buddies at all, or were you just going on what seemed to be the case?
We should have, but
it seemed like you were hedging your bets sufficiently with SS Willie and not naming characters directly, etc.
I mean, like I read as much like legal jargon about like copyright and trademark as I could to try to like approach it as smartly without having to shell out a bunch of money for an attorney. But I mean, that would have been smarter, but we're also poor. So we decided to do it that way.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. No, it's innovative. You're just like pushing the boundaries. You're trying something. You had it in the can before January 1st, of course, right? So you're ready to just like knock it out there. That must have been, how much work was that to get this done? Was it a lot of work to make this short?
It was, we were planning it back in April of 2023. So that was when we first started talking about, because we were, we actually missed the boat. We were going to do, back when Winnie the Pooh became public domain, we were going to make a game. We were talking about making a horror game about Winnie the Pooh. And then that Winnie the Pooh horror movie came out, and we were like, okay, it looks like we kind of missed the boat on Winnie, because like,
which was terrible, by the way. Let's just put that out there.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. But they did. I mean, in my opinion, they did the ballsiest thing. Like, you're saying we're doing the ballsy thing. They actually were first to try to invoke Disney's wrath.
Although Winnie the Pooh wasn't originally Disney material, though, unlike Steamboat Willie.
But it was the license was owned by them exclusively for all this time.
At the time,
so it's
right.
And it's one of the, there's this list, I don't know if you've seen it, of these like highest grossing media properties, and at the very top, and that's just based on like all kinds of revenue. It's not just like movie revenue. It's merch revenue and all this stuff. But near the top of that list is Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse. But Winnie the Pooh, I think, has been above Mickey Mouse sometimes, like in terms of just money-making potential. So having the exclusive rights to Winnie the Pooh has been a very lucrative thing for them. And so I think for as much shit as those filmmakers get for making schlock, I think it was extremely ballsy of them to be the actual first ones out the door, and they kind of gave everyone else, including us, this feeling of motivation because like Disney didn't come after them, and so that did kind of clear the air a little bit and show maybe that Disney wasn't going to be as litigious as people thought about this sort of thing.
Well, probably because it was a steaming pile of shit and Disney didn't give a shit about it.
It is also safer to be in the horror genre, I think, and I think that's why you're seeing a lot of horror specific stuff, because not only is it attention grabbing, but it is probably legally safer because Disney can't claim, the easiest claim that they can make with the trademark stuff, with the fuzzy stuff, when it comes to trademark, is brand confusion. That you're like confusing your brand for theirs, but they don't make horror media with their characters. Which
I get that, but like,
not at all.
Don't you think that like that their market is children, and children are terrified of horror? So I feel like that would still hurt them if a child was like, "Well, that Winnie the Pooh just murdered Christopher Robin over there."
Right.
And
Well, he's trying to murder
terrible.
Christopher Robin.
I'm
He was
not
trying.
I think if the horror movie called itself Winnie the Pooh and then like made no indication that it was horror, they would maybe have more of an issue with
They
it.
threw blood in there.
There's just a lot of potential that was untapped. It could have been. I feel like it could have been really good, and they dropped the ball. That's all.
Definitely.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, ours would have been way better. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Absolutely, we had fun plans. We did.
No, this took it said since April you were planning this, which is a lot of time. 2023, you said. That's a long time to be kind of developing and making this. And who was primarily just the two of you were working on this the whole time?
Yep.
That's
How long
awesome.
did you know each other?
Yeah.
Since
It's been a long time, since high school. Yeah, at least probably like 11 or 12 years.
Nice.
Yeah,
And Dave, you were the sound engineer on this. You're making all the special effects sounds, and were you doing music too as well?
The music is stock, so that one is just mainly sound design and then setting the mix and all the sound effects, designing the sound effects and setting the soundscape in general for the film. But generally, I also do music on a lot of our other projects. Yeah,
it's a very eerie tone too with the music and with the with all the special effects in it too. So I think you did a solid job with that. It really sets the tone for the spookiness of what's happening. How long did that take you to do all that?
The actual
how much did that take? Not super long. It was probably a couple days or so. Maybe 2 or 3
That's not
days.
bad. That's not bad at all. And then I know, like, do you work together hand in hand with the story, or is it primarily like one of you writes it and that's it? 'Cause I saw it was written by Nick, but do you work as a team on that too at all?
We do a little bit of writing together, but I think Nick primarily has a lot of the creative direction and writing, so he's definitely the big brain man.
Yeah.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
It takes a team though, honestly. It's like a lot of times you ever try to do something by themselves and it takes so much and it's so much energy. But the dynamic of duo of some sort together, it's like all of a sudden you can complement each other and work together, and all of a sudden the project comes to life. So I think maybe you found each other for a reason, honestly. And sometimes friendships are like that too. And I think when you find the right person that you work with in a project like that, you hold on to that person. So hold on to each other, honestly, because I think whatever's happening is working very well. I can't believe the reception though. Did that blow your mind when you first saw like the numbers start jumping up? Like, what was your first reaction? Because again, it's like 100,000 views already. It's like insane for a couple weeks.
I'm definitely a lot of very, very pleasantly surprised because I thought we had totally got. I thought the rug definitely got pulled from under us with the releases that the trailers and stuff that dropped beforehand. They obviously got way more media attention, and so I figured we were just going to be buried after that. Like all right, we missed the boat because we were thinking of doing a midnight release originally, but we were like, why would we thought maybe that would be dumb because we didn't think people would be like awake, like you release at midnight and then. The views don't even start coming in until the next day, and I don't know how YouTube's algorithm really works.
Right.
It's kind of
I don't think any of us get it.
Box. So we went by standard. Here's the time you should post, and I think it was like 2 hours before we posted it that the Steamboat Willie horror game got its trailer put out, and then. Maybe like an hour after that, the movie, full featured movie got a trailer. So those are obviously bigger.
Looks like dog shit, by the way, just to be clear.
Oh, which also makes them like way more entertaining to talk about. To be fair, I mean, if it looks like dog shit, everybody's
not to enjoy.
What we talking about? We
shit
talk
about
it all.
Talk shit about.
This is a totally different thing, and it's like a totally different approach, and it's a totally different style, and I admire that a lot. Like what they're doing is more on par with Blood and Honey, if you ask me. So
yes.
I feel like I feel like you guys really hit the nail on the head, and I feel like it's much more interesting because of the way that you went about it.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
that's really appreciated.
Yeah, the analog horror style. it's so catching and riveting too, and it's like in the like it kind of looks like we're supposed to be found footage, but it feels like it's from that era. The whole thing with actually just reading in the dub and it's being like being a silent film on top of that. What can I ask? Who is that? Can you give us? Can you tell us who is the shadowy character that's talking during this? Can you tell us who is this person?
my head,
Are your lips sealed?
My headcanon is that's Felix the cat.
Okay.
Oh.
I love
Wow.
that.
I thought I saw a bow.
Build
I
out
thought I
our
saw the
little-
outline
I
of
saw
a
a
bow
bow.
up
Public
top.
domain universe of
Wow.
cartoon characters.
That's awesome.
And not to spoil, in the very end, it seems like there's like a creature of some sort. That's Mickey, or I guess Minnie is also his accomplice, kind of in this too, right? In a lot of ways. So I don't know if that shadow figure at the end is supposed to be Mickey, or if it's supposed to be, I should say, Steamboat Willie. I should say that, of course. Allegedly Mickey.
Allegedly.
To Mickey, the cabin boy.
Yes, the
as we
cabin
call
boy.
him.
Yes. I love that, the cabin boy. Never seen again.
I don't know if I know which shadowy figure at the end you're talking about.
Maybe it's just in my mind, but at the end when the music's playing and it's like this is only this footage that was the only thing left over that might give us some kind of insight on what happened that day. And on the right corner to me, as the music's playing, I don't know if it's just my mind, or maybe it's one of those things, but I feel like a character started appearing in the shadows. And so I was like, is that supposed to be like Mickey's coming for you? Is that supposed to be like symbolic who like, he's out there somewhere killing more people or something? Like, I don't know. That to me, it looked like it was maybe that. Am I reading into that too much? Maybe
that, but maybe I don't know. Maybe
Visually, nothing was inserted.
Yeah, nothing intentional there.
Was it maybe
Yeah.
a vignette? Like,
So
was there like a vignette on that fell off
horrified
of
the
the
hell
frame
out
or
of this
something, like
kid.
a lighting thing?
Yeah,
maybe?
there's like a dark vignette over the whole
Yeah,
frame.
so maybe
and it's all
that's-
blurry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
maybe
there's like
that's
a wood
what it
texture
is.
in the background, so I could see people having a tortilla Jesus moment with that.
That could be it.
Tortilla Jesus.
I got a couple of questions for you guys. I got to dive in. David, Brian was talking to you a little bit about the sound design, which I think really kind of added to the whole ambiance
100%.
and the analog style of everything. And I see from the other Night Signal projects that I've worked out, I've checked out, it seems like you guys have a really kind of cohesive ambiance. That's what's the word? Aesthetic that you kind of like to go for. What do you think made you guys lean in that direction? Because me personally, like, I love it. It's super crunchy. I mean, I mean this as a compliment. Like, I don't know if you guys are Tim and Eric fans, but like, that 80s VHS, like, there's just something that feels so good and analog about it,
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of that, of course, just comes from the fact that we're knee deep in like the analog horror stuff while we've been working on Home Safety Hotline, and so we're very like intimately familiar with just how those should feel. And
what does that mean? Can you define analog horror for me? I've heard this 100 times when I was doing my homework.
Yeah, I mean I think a lot of the definitions like to put the visual part of it as the important part. Like, it's analog, so that's the literal part of it, is just that it's analog horror because it looks like it was made on an analog media format. So like VHS, or I guess in the SS Willie's case, older, film.
Celluloid, yeah.
Yeah, celluloid. Thank you. But I think the actual storytelling, like, trends of analog horror are more interesting and are more what defines it, because if it's just the medium, then that would make Blair Witch analog horror, that would make Frankenstein's Army analog horror, and I don't see anyone talking about Frankenstein's Army.
Well, now we are.
Now we are. You should watch Frankenstein's Army.
It's happening.
Incidentally, it's great, but not analog horror, because I think analog horror's defining feature is that it's secondhand storytelling. So it's always you're getting the aftermath of something, or you're getting you're getting a news broadcast about the event, but you're not seeing the event.
Love it. It's like a framework, right? A meta narrative.
Yep.
Yes. It's telling the story in an extremely roundabout fashion, which just so happens to be really engaging in a short media format, because you can piece together. You can have these little baby pieces that assemble something larger. And I think that's what's neat about it. But people are very hung up on the analog part of that of the phrase. So if it's a digital version of that exact same storytelling style, no, now it's not. But
Thanks for
I get that.
spelling out.
I get that. I get that.
Spelling out some of those finer points of the genre there. I got another one. Sorry, I just got to get back in here.
Go, Mike.
So, oh God, my brain is frying now. Come back to me.
Okay.
Come back to me.
Sabrina, do you have anything before I go on to smaller questions? I just want to go to you next.
I just kind of want to know like how you like found each other and like how you created this company and like what is the like how did this happen? How did this partnership or business partnership whatever happen? Like how you guys were friends in high school, obviously. When did you decide that you both shared the same interests and that you decided that you wanted to do something like in the entertainment world, both the video game aspect too I would love to get into later, but like how did you know that this is something that you wanted to do with each other?
Well, we have been doing it with each other for like 10 years before this company, with another company that we had with some other friends. It was primarily a video game company. And
by the way, also super cool. Not to interrupt, but super cool.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been doing this together for a while.
Awesome.
And so I think, this company just kind of came out of the momentum of already knowing we work well together and wanting to have something a little leaner and smaller because our other companies, it's sort of grown and become something that has it's much harder to maintain.
Okay.
And
very different audiences from previous products we've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like more collaboration, less passion. It's like more, it's more like you're churning out a product, like as opposed to like you guys collaborating so much on something. Is that what?
Well, I guess that would be a very cynical way, unfortunately, framed it. But
that's entertainment, unfortunately.
That's true. To a degree, I think it's about it was kind of just about being able to really have the home safety hotline was just sort of being developed on the side while we were doing our other company, and we used to just kind of do this like side project stuff together, just sort of
That's
as
smart.
like just to have more like things out there. So it's like what do you call it? Having your eggs in more than one basket, basically.
You have to.
Exactly.
You're obviously both very driven and focused, and want to be maximizing on in any way that you can. So I really appreciate that as a creator and as a human being. Is a lot of people are like we're in a current state of like quiet quitters, and like I don't if that's not in my job description, I don't want to do that. And I really appreciate the fact that your creativeness overflowed beyond what you were doing, and then you started doing side things. Like that's actually very admirable.
Yeah.
And amazing in this day and age. Honestly, I feel like it's a lost art. So I appreciate you guys. And so does everyone else, because like obviously you've created this amazing thing. So that's awesome.
We're getting a lot of questions from the chat too, which is kind of where I was going to next.
Yeah, there were a lot of questions. I'm sorry.
So a lot of short films will start off as a short film, and then we talked about before the show Saw. Saw was one that became a huge thing. They put it online, it blew up, they got sold, it became a whole franchise that it was. Could you ever see this being a thing where Steamboat Willie becomes a whole movie franchise, or do you have plans for a future project based on this? And I know you're doing video games too, and again, they have Home Safety Hotline just dropped their video game, or their game. You gotta check it out. That's out today. It actually came out yesterday. So yeah, check that out too. But you have doing that. But is there more Steamboat Willie coming, or is it set? And Mickey, there people are asking too about Minnie. Minnie is hinted in this. No, Peg Leg Pete though. He's not in there. I don't think at all. That I know of.
Another question.
The immediate future, I would say, is I definitely think we probably will make now, just because of the response, more shorts like in this universe, because it was really fun to make, and there's a lot of potential with all these goofy. Now that we've established, that the translation here is take cartoon short and take the cartoon shenanigans and make them horrifying. And run that through the analog horror filter of like story presentation. There's a very there's plenty of opportunity to keep doing those. Like for like people have mentioned like Plane Crazy and the Galloping Gaucho. Those two Mickey cartoons are also public domain now, in addition to Steamboat
Awesome.
Willie. So could expand on that. It could be a whole like
Oh,
weird
yeah.
crime story, like true crime, but with Mickey.
That sounds
Historical records of these two Mickey and Minnie going on their killing spree and hiding away in an Argentina cantina.
Well, that was the question that I wanted to ask before my cheeks got all red and I got nervous talking to you guys. I was wondering how I was rewatching Steamboat Willie again today. I did a couple of passes through it, and I was like, were these guys inspired to make a horror movie? Like, because it's kind of already a story of Willie going through and abusing a series of animals. Like,
oh, it's already got plenty of body horror in there.
100%, like the duck bagpipes gotta be my favorite.
They're all just getting completely mutilated by those mice. They're little sadistic little freaks. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that just kind of writes itself, really. I mean that's why
it really does. It really
Is that
does.
what made you want to tell
gotta
this
make things
particular story? Like, I'm just wondering how that came about. How you came up with the storyline that you did.
Yeah, there were other iterations before. Originally, we were going to make a game of it, and basically what happened is we ran out of time because, like, as we were working on another thing, we were like, "Oh no, Steamboat Will, like, it's coming! Like, January's coming. We gotta have something ready. Gotta do it now." But it was always going to be related around like the boat, like in ruins or sunken. Just because we're really big fans of the series called BioShock.
I was going to mention BioShock before,
yeah.
like in terms of the aesthetic that you guys are pushing. Like, totally got that. Totally got it.
Like on our Patreon, a little plug. We have some behind the scenes like concept art stuff that we did earlier when it was going to be a game. That's like reinterpreting Mickey as like this like sluggish, monster with like a diving helmet that has like the portholes open up so they look like ears.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
It's going to be like a slightly like more grounded reinterpretation. But when it was time to do the short film, just because that was what we had time to do, it seemed like just making them animal people was the easiest way to incorporate that animal part, because we had a draft where he was like a rat monster, but it's like that's fine, but like it doesn't really feel like that doesn't really feel like it translates anything interesting about the short. It just says Mickey as scary equal, like that's it. Like it's just kind of it's really basic, and so the angle of the animal torture stuff that was just rewatching the film and just refreshing the memory about it was like, oh yeah, that's
pretty horrible already.
He has to do that.
Good enough on that.
It's got to turn you into a piano. That's fucked up.
Perfect.
Yeah, I did wonder if that's the first instance of the bone xylophone. I'm not sure where that is in animation history, because that's a classic.
Yeah, I mean, xylophones on the cow's teeth,
right?
So it's not quite, the cows, they're not all mutated. We ripped a little Looney Tune look from it, but you get to reinterpret. You get to do. That's the beauty of it. That's the other thing, is the public domain stuff is if you don't put your own stamp on it, if you just kind of like recreate the exact, do like when people are
they're coming after you,
like 1-to-1. With the like how Mickey looks and stuff, not only might they come after you, but like also you can't own that either. If you make the thing that's public domain and it looks exactly like the version from the public domain thing, you can't.
People can take your shit.
Yeah, they can take your shit now too.
Yep.
Like the reason you like the newer versions of Mickey are protected is because they changed the way he looks. So you have to change the way your Mickey looks in order to like have your Mickey be protected.
honestly,
which I love the design
think,
of making this.
yeah, I think
Thank you.
I think what you did was super clever. It was super clever. Porky Pig and all, like all the cast of characters. Like it was very fucking clever. Like I literally was like, what? Like I at first I was like, I don't understand what's happening, and then I was like, oh no, I get it. It took me a second, and when it clicked, it all clicked. So it was a very clever take, and it was fun, and it was weird and different, and like I don't. It was something that I never expected. So
Thank
I
you.
think that is a huge plus, especially in today's world of entertainment, because everyone's just recycling
Yeah.
shit. And although this is technically a recycle because it's a public domain thing, it is completely your own. It is 100% different. So I really think that you nailed it with that.
Fresh,
You know what I mean?
fresh
Like,
eye
that's-
penis.
Yeah, fresh
Thank
eye penis.
you.
We use eye penis on the show all the time. Fresh eye penis from a recycled, not recycled, from a what's it called? Public domain. From a public domain
Public
icon.
domain.
There we go.
Fresh
I
eye
could have
penis.
said that so much better if I
Certified.
would have rolled it together.
Certified.
But it happens.
So you have the video game coming out now, right? The game's out. Anything else
let's talk about that.
Anything else coming up after that? Because I know that game's probably going to take up a lot of your time, but is that you're focusing all your efforts on that now?
Yeah, our focus is going to be on that for the immediate future. We're going to be working on a mobile version of that same game next, because we wanted to have that out in time for the full launch, but things get busy and it doesn't happen. So
Of course.
that's our next immediate step: do a mobile port of Home Safety Hotline now that it's out, and then after
Congratulations.
Super-
Congratulations
super
on
cool.
that.
It looks super
Incredible
cool.
reviews.
Thank you.
Incredible reviews. Go
Yeah.
check it out,
people love
guys.
it. Yep.
It's
Thank
getting a
you.
lot of reviews. Mike was saying that too. Come on, give him applause, Mike. Give him applause.
They deserve it. Yeah.
But so excited for you. Whisper.
Thank you.
It's like from Steam Deck, like that. It's like this gaming system. I'm not super up on that sort of thing, unfortunately. But one of my coworkers has it, and my boss's son has it, and I was actually talking to them about a little bit about it today, and they were both really jazzed about it. My coworker is going to buy it, and my boss's son actually has played it
Ooh.
today. He was
Oh
like,
my
"This
God.
is really." He said it was really exciting and fun and super creepy and weird. So,
That's great.
I
Are
feel
you
like
guys,
that's probably what you were
news?
going for, right?
Are you guys Steam Deck verified?
No, actually, I think
No, I
Valve
don't think
has to
so.
do that themselves.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
so
not-
we don't have
it's-
any control
oh,
over that.
Everything
Well, I mean, you
saw
might
was
be able
Steam
to
Deck,
play
but what
it.
if
It
he's
just might
playing-
not
he's
be
playing it
verified.
on.
Yeah.
He's playing on his computer, I guess. But my friend Nick at work is like, he has a Steam Deck, and he's like, you can channel all of your PC games, and your everything that you play into this one thing. I don't know. I don't play video games.
Yeah,
so
It's
I'm
incredible.
Sorry
I
that I
got one.
misspoke.
Powerful mobile
I know.
PC, basically.
Yeah, I don't
So-
know. He's a weirdo. Like I don't mean that in a bad way, but he says things to me and I never know what he means. I'm like, wait, I'm sorry, what now? But Jacob was like, oh, I played it, it's amazing. He actually just got his computer back from Geek Squad or something, and they put a new, I don't know, solid state drive or something. I don't know. It's not my world. But he actually had played it, and my friend Nick was going to acquire it and play it. So from this one conversation today, I had one person who was jazzed about it, one person who was jazzed enough from hearing that they were going to do it. And I don't really know how I would do it, but I would because it sounds super fucking cool. I watched your channel and it looks fucking cool as shit. So I'm in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
the
you.
trailers are great.
It's great, and I'm really excited to see where you go from here too, and how you develop all your other projects. Of course, right now,
Yeah.
Home Safety Hotline, you'll be focusing a lot of energy on that. But I have a feeling that more Willie's going to come back into your life. I know it's going to happen. People are going to ask for it. They're going to beg for it. You're going to have to bring more to the world, and I can't wait to see what you do with that. But honestly, it's exciting that you've been here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you as always. I know you guys got to get going too. We don't keep you all night. Talk to you
I have
forever.
one more
But
question. I'm sorry. I just one more question. When I'm sure he's going to give you this opportunity, but I just want you to make sure that people know how to download the game and how to see.
Sure.
We'll put
Yes.
a link in the on our show about for the movie, but you just let people know how to get. We'll also include that, but let them know how they can download the game and experience the game and check out the game as well.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, yeah. You can go to Steam. You look up, I guess, Home Safety Hotline. That's probably the main place where most people are going to pick it up because, it's got achievements and stuff like that there, so there's extra features on Steam. But you can also grab it on our Patreon. with under the $13 tier, which that one comes packaged with both our games. So we have 2 games out. So yeah, that's
nice.
I guess link wise, I don't know off the top of my head.
We'll do that for you. Don't worry.
Yeah,
safety
we got-
hotline.
And by we, I mean Brian.
Brian has it. Brian has it for you. Yeah, but it's so awesome. I'm so excited about both you having this opportunity, and it's just growing, and your channel's blowing up. Nick, David, I'm so happy to have you here. It's been amazing talking to you. Everyone got to go to patreon.com/Night Signal Entertainment to check out their Patreon. Go there at Night Signal Entertainment on YouTube. Check it out too. Check out all their content. There's a lot of stuff coming from them, and you're going to be excited to see all the new stuff. We're fans, and they're friends of the show because these guys are amazing. Thank you both for being here on Kruse Control. We appreciate you so much.
To watch. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the invite.
One more round of applause, everybody. Yeah.
Tell Courtney she did a great job with voice direction too. That was terrific.
Thank you for that call out. I absolutely will. You'll be pleased to hear that.
All right, Richard Tracy's gonna check it out. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah. We'll keep spreading the word and all this stuff. And of course, all the links are in this video right now, and all subsequent videos we'll put it out there too.
Absolutely.
So everybody, check it out. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming on Kruse Control.
So much.
We'll be having fun.
Excellent. Thank you. We did.
Yeah, it's been a blast. Thank you.
You guys ever want to come back? Let us know. Come on.
Let us know.
Come back. We'd love to have you.
Promote something? Come on back.
Thank you. All right.
Sweet.
Have a good one, y'all.
2 incredible guests from GR, you guys. You guys are getting really good reception from us.
Yeah.
All right. I will.
Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Thank
We'll
you
see you
guys.
next time.
Night. Thank you.
Really
Thank you.
See ya. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for our amazing guests from being here tonight. Appreciate them so much. You got to check out Night Signal Entertainment. There's some great stuff they got going on. Check out Willie. He's been freed again. The mouse has been freed. He's out there right now. His conservatorship is done, as I said, and he's able to do whatever the fuck he wants, and good for him because he deserves it after 100 years. Anyways, everybody, let's all talk about it. So now it's time for some breaking news. All right, everybody, the very first thing I want to talk about right now is the Emmys, because the Emmys came out and the ratings were abysmal. I'm just saying, it didn't work out too well for them. I mean, the average is 4.3 million viewers. Not too bad, but down 27% from last year. And they just keep going down. The last 6 years, they've gone down every year. So unfortunately for the Emmys, Anthony Anderson could not save them. Any kind of, amazing scenarios they had, the Martin reunion and stuff, it did not help too much for them, unfortunately. It sucks because, a lot of people come out for it. I think there's a lot of people that deserve everybody to have these eyes on them. They have a lot of recognition for all the work they've done out there in Hollywood. It's just unfortunate for them that it just did not do too well. But maybe next year, everybody, it still was one of the highest ranked things for Fox this year. So good for Fox, but overall, not good for the Emmys. But something else that didn't do too well is Aquaman. And of course, Aquaman 2 is out there, and Dolph Lundgren came forward and said he's very upset because he was playing Amber Heard's dad, and because they cut all of her scenes, they cut all his scenes pretty much. So he was really super bummed about this. He said that he saw initially the cut of it. He liked it. It was good, but they had all these massive reshoots, and they ended up cutting him out of the movie pretty much, and her. And he says he's bummed because it's a worse movie than it would have been if it would have brought the original one out. But you never know when you do reshoots. That's how it happens. Everybody does reshoots, and then sometimes it comes out better, and sometimes it doesn't. Look at She-Hulk. It's a Marvel show. They had a lot of reshoots and everything like this, and She-Hulk's not coming back. Not coming back for a second season. Now, this isn't 100% confirmed, but Tatiana Maslany came forward and she said, yes, we gave it all, but I don't think so. When she was asked, if they're going to do more, she was, I don't think so. I think we blew our budget, and Disney was like, no thanks. And so they did 9 episodes, and I think that's it for She-Hulk, unfortunately. And I think it was an all right show. But you know what? Again, Bob Iger is changing everything right now, cutting projects left and right, and changing the whole dynamic. So I think that's what it comes down to. So unfortunately, she's gone, and she won't be back as of now to be She-Hulk. And someone else that won't be back to have any kind of role in the entertainment industry, TV show, movie, whatever, is Harvey Weinstein. And Harvey Weinstein's back in the news again because he's being again sued for sexual assault and also for sex trafficking. That's right. Him and his Madison Square Garden network chairman, executive chairman, James Dolan, were best friends. And there was
Pat Oswalt.
Kind of does a little bit.
Sorry, Patton. Sorry, Patton. Love you. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. But they apparently this Dolan guy hired this masseuse, Mrs. Croft, to actually tour the country with one of his bands. And Harvey was there one night, and he made a move on her in an elevator. Then something happened in the hotel room. She tried to get free from him. Then she ended up getting free and calling Dolan and complain. And he's like, "Well, Harvey has problems. We know. We're trying to get him to deal with it, but it's it's fine. It's Harvey." And so she ended up being like, "What? This is sexual assault." She's moved forward now, and she's suing them both for human trafficking or sex trafficking and for sexual assault because he did not do anything, she's saying, when he could have. Oh, I just killed my light in that situation. So unfortunately for for Harvey Weinstein, he's getting chased after again for more allegations. And you know what? Fuck him. He deserves it because that fucking guy has done too many people wrong. So that sucks. But for me, honestly, this makes sense. Let him come back. You know what? Sue the fuckers. That's what happens. But, I know a lawsuit been going down for a long time. It seems like forever. Is the Rust lawsuit. And now we got more details that, that Hannah Gutierrez Reed was actually offered a plea deal from the prosecution, being like, if you tell us where this real ammunition came from, then we'll give you a better deal. If you don't, there will be more federal charges.
The Alec Baldwin case, right?
Yes, the armor, armor on Rust. So, but this is the armor, and she's being charged, and she could actually serve up to 3 years in prison if she's convicted. Well, now she said, I don't know, I have no idea where this came from, these bullets came from, and the prosecution charged her with carrying a handgun in a liquor store after that as a federal offense. And it's like, so they're finding ways to try to charge her for more things, and now her defense is trying to backfire, saying it's all because she's not saying, certain things about where the bullets came from, but the prosecution thinks that she knows more and she's just staying quiet. We'll have to wait to see how this develops. She could go away for 3 years. And somebody else that go away for a year is Jonathan Majors. But you know what? I don't know if that's going to happen, but Jonathan Majors did lose another project. Well, he didn't lose it, but he filmed a whole movie called Magazine Dreams. And it's about him being a bodybuilder. It's a drama. He's always shirtless in all the ads for it. And Disney had it, but it was actually Searchlight, a smaller group of Disney who had the rights. So they paid 7 figures for this project. Disney was supposed to release it. They took it off the calendar. And now Disney's been like, send it back to the producers. We're not going to do shit with this movie. And so now they're trying to find a new home for it after all the convictions went down because Disney is done with Jonathan Majors. So unfortunately for him, unfortunately, it's what happens when this shit goes down. Your movies don't come out. I'm sorry, man. You dug your own grave. That's what it is. But somebody else is always in the news too, just like Jonathan Majors is Tay Swift, and she's back in the news again for what? Well, they're saying that she wrote Argyle. Matthew Vaughn's new spy movie with Bryce Dallas Howard. And it's the whole thing is fucking funny if you ask me, because this came out and Matthew Vaughn's like, what? It's based off a book written by Ellie Conway. Now, she's a new artist. So she's a new writer, novelist, and her name's been spelled wrong multiple times. And so people are like, oh, maybe it's Taylor Swift's like secret name. She actually wrote this book. And his daughter even came to him and was like, Dad, I know Taylor Swift wrote this. And he's like, what? Oh, he's like, yeah. He goes, I'm not a big fan of the internet, but it was actually my daughter who came up to me, and this is the power of celebrity on the internet. And he said, she said to him, you ever told me Taylor Swift did this? And he was like, she did not read this.
Because she didn't.
She did not. Everyone's going nuts.
I don't know. Have you been on the internet?
No,
it's
not true.
It's a conspiracy theory that there's no way to. He goes, it's not real. Taylor Swift did not write this. And so, honestly, who cares? Our girl looks funny. It probably will be great. There's a lot of Sam Rockwell on that shit. I always love me some Sam Rockwell. But also something else I think is pretty fucking fantastic, and it makes sense as they're moving forward, is Chad Stahelski is moving forward to take over the John Wick franchise. Now, he's also doing the Highlander movie coming out with Henry Cavill, but now he's signed a new deal with Lionsgate to spearhead all of John Wick. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, he's a director. He was actually John Wick, Keanu Reeves himself, stunt guy back in the Matrix movies, and he decided to do this movie with John Wick, with Keanu Reeves, and then they made both movies. Well, now Lionsgate saying they're doing so well, the fourth one did so great, everything's done so good, you're taking over, you need to run this whole John Wick universe. He needs to be doing executive producer and ballerina, and he's been on all the projects, moving forward John Wick 5, so it's great for him. So honestly, it's a good deal for him, and a good deal for Jennifer Coolidge, I think, is going over to Minecraft, that's right. Jennifer Coolidge is signed on for Minecraft, and she's with Jason Momoa, Jack Black, Emma Myers, Danielle Brooks, Sebastian Eugene Hansen. She's coming in here. Not really sure what her role is going to be. Not really sure how that's going to go down yet. Of course, there's not many details about Minecraft. Minecraft's a big game. 300 million copies sold. Nearly 140 million monthly active players on Minecraft. And I want to see those Brickhead Jason Momoa. I hope it's really cool. I hope it really is. But she's signing on to that. And of course, she left White Lotus, unfortunately, under circumstances I wish didn't happen. But they have more casting updates for White Lotus. And a real friend of the show, is now cast on White Lotus Season 3. Sarah Catherine Hook. And Sarah Catherine Hook was in the
Shut
Valley.
up.
She is going to be in 6 months in Thailand.
Shut
she was
up.
What?
Yep.
What?
Shut up.
This is huge.
She was Taft Hartley on The Valley, our project. She got her very
into
first time acting.
SAG.
We got her into SAG, and now she is going to be the one that heads on White Lotus season 3. And it's amazing. It's amazing.
We're getting her on then, for sure, right?
Getting around. Sarah Catherine is a fucking sweetheart.
She's coming on for an interview. Toot sweet.
Yeah.
We got to get her on. She was in The Conjuring. She was also on that Netflix show
Devil
about
Made Me Do It.
vampires. It was like The Last Biter. So The First Kill is called First Kill. Devil Made Me Do It was but she still kicked ass. But Ultra Walton Goggins is coming in here, and Patrick Schwarzenegger also signed on for this too, and Amy Lou Wood as well. But big casting news for White Lotus, and friend of the show. I'm really excited to hear that Sarah Catherine Hook actually got this. It's amazing.
Shit.
Amazing. I know a lot of death on that program, though, just like on Yellow Jackets, which is also delayed because Yellow Jackets, everybody, we expected it to come out, but it's not coming out until 2025 due to the writer's strike and the actor's strike. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's a good burp. All of it's been delayed. I don't know where that came. That was disgusting. But that's going down. So, we're waiting. There's no release date. We're going to find out when it's going to come, but it's delayed till at least 2025. And hopefully it's good. I hope it really is good because honestly, at the end of the day, when there's so much buzz behind a show, you just get excited and get amped, and it sucked that these strikes delayed stuff, but we needed good deals. Something else has been delayed too is Wednesday season 2. But Jenna Ortega was talking about this recently on the red carpet, saying that it's going to be definitely a little bit more horror with this season. It's going to have some excitement because she's saying they're going to add more action. It's a lot more action pace. Each episode will probably feel like a little mini movie too. And she's really excited about adding new elements to Wednesday. But then she said also that Wednesday doesn't really change the whole time because she is the way she is, and you can't change her that much. But they're going to have more action packed, and she can't wait to get back to shooting, which we're going to be shooting very soon. And honestly, that's exciting. I love it. I love it so much. I love it as much as I love Apple. And Apple right now, everybody has the Apple Vision coming out, and Apple is coming out there. I can't buy this. So $3,500 for a virtual reality device. I'm not really sure about that. It does look like it kicks ass. It's launching February 2nd, and they just released this whole information about the headsets will become built in with Disney Plus shows and movies along with iconic environments. So now the way this is, you put it in, it zones you out to a new world. Well, now
you eat a handful of edibles first.
Yeah, Queen.
And zone in. And so there's one environment called Disney Plus Theater, which is inspired by Hollywood's historic El Capitan. So you'll feel like you're in the El Capitan watching a movie. They also have the scare floor, as if you're in Pixar's Monster Inc. You can watch a movie on the scare floor. They also have, if you're a Star Wars fan, you can actually be in the cockpit of Luke Skywalker's land speeder as you're watching a movie. That's which is crazy. You can also be, if you're an Avengers fan, you can be at the Avengers Tower over Manhattan, watching the whole, of all of New York at the big A behind you and watch it. Yeah, but that's what this is all about. They also have a cinematic environment. Lets you choose where you want to sit in the theater. Have the theater. You can be in the back, the front, middle, whatever you like. Be the best spot. Anyways, 150 plus movies.
You can just get a MetaQuest for $400 and stop being an idiot.
But this is cool. This is a phone. It expands your computer. It expands your phone. It expands your world. And it's an amazing device. But honestly, I can't wait to see how it changes and develops. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. Very exciting. And we thought it's just exciting for me. But you know what? I didn't get to say hi to Peppy yet because I missed Peppy earlier. Peppy, hey man, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey Brian, you are looking sharp tonight.
Thanks, Pep Star. I appreciate you. Yeah, well, why don't you say hi to more people, Peppy? What's going on?
Hey Sabrina, did you cut your hair?
I did, Peppy. Thank you for noticing. Hey.
Well, I noticed these type of things because you looking lovely.
Thank you, Peppy.
I love it.
Thanks, Peps. Thanks, Peps. Come on, give Mike some love.
I love it when the resident intellectual is on. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Peppy, you're too sweet. Come on.
Pep Star likes you, man. The Pep Star likes you. But honestly, Mike, what a great interview tonight. What a great interview. Great breaking news. I'm excited. It's going to be a smaller hot takes thing here tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's only the two of you. It's like one-on-one against each other, mano a mano. Who's going to win it? Who's going to break it down? Who's going to have the best, we like to call on the show, the best hot takes? Come on. All right, now it's time for those hot takes. This is that time for the man the clock, and all of our guests, well, the three of us, we're going to sit down with two of us. So sit down, maybe Peppy, I'll have to ask him too. Sit down and give their hot takes on all the breaking news I just went down. And we have like 13 different things. Can they hit them all in that when the bomb blows up? Will they not?
No.
I'm very excited to see if they can actually do it because it's tough. It gets tougher and tougher as I add more topics to the wheel, the grindhouse, the world we're living in. I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm talking about, but I'm excited to see, can they make it happen? Will Mike make his hot takes? Will Sabrina, well, we know Sabrina will make her hot takes, but will Mike make his hot takes? That's the question tonight. And I'm excited to see who is going to go first. I'm very excited.
4.615 seconds per topic, Brian, because we don't have Sean tonight to do the math.
Thank you.
Mike, I'm looking forward to your hot takes. I hope we can get through them tonight.
I completely embarrassed myself during the interview. I got nervous around artists of their caliber, so I'm gonna have to focus and bring it on today's hot takes. But I think I can do it. It's just gonna take some mental fortitude.
Bud? You seem like you're lobbying for yourself. Let's
get
in there.
I'm trying.
Mike, do you want to go first? That's the question.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
go, Mike. I have faith in you.
Mike, I believe in you, Mike. I believe in you so much. Okay, I'm going to cue the clock up, and I think you can make it happen. Today is your day. It's been a great show. It's been a special. It's been an iconic show on Kruse Control. So, Mike, you got to bring it home.
I figured out my problem. I put my longest jokes, the one I'm most excited about, up at the top. That's why I never make it.
And also,
far.
Mike,
yeah.
let me give you one it's a pro tip. Don't say,
okay. So, what's in the news?
The Emmys,
guys?
by the way.
What's going on?
Don't do that.
All right, Mike, are you ready for your hot takes?
Let's do it.
All right. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Nobody is watching the Emmys, okay? I wouldn't know how to watch the Emmys. I'm not digging my rabbit ears out of the basement for that. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son Patrick to star in season 3 of The White Lotus, a show about overprivileged Nepo babies. Imagine that. Looks like Disney's She-Hulk won't be coming back for a second season. She'll be too busy issuing subpoenas to Nick and David of Night Signal Entertainment. Boom! Dolph Lundgren got his role reduced in Aquaman 2. That's kind of rocky for him. What a drago. Breaking news. After Argyle sells 60 billion copies its first week, it turns out every book published in 2024 will be written by Taylor Swift. More breaking news. Weinstein's buddies are creeps. Shocker. Yellow Jackets won't premiere its 3rd season until 2025. That's good. We'll need that time to prepare against the inevitable onslaught of cannibalistic army hammers spawned by the first 2 seasons of the show.
Is Army Hammer in that show? No.
He's not. He got busted for the texts of being like, "Oh baby, I want to eat your flesh so bad." It felt good though. I actually that Army Hammer joke I was really excited about. So I'm happy I made that through that.
I'm sorry, I'm just confused. I don't know what that means.
Mike, you did very well.
Thank you.
The implication that they ate people on the show. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, comments. You can tell us, guys. We know what's going on.
I got it now.
Mike, you know what? Honestly, I think that was your best hot takes ever.
No. The last one was spectacular. The last one he did was spectacular. He did a three topic combo at one point. Like, he was not fucking around the last time. I know it doesn't matter. You killed it. Great ass.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you did great. Mike. I applaud you. I can't wait to see what people think. But now it's time for Sabrina. So, Sabrina, the question is out there.
What you got?
I don't know.
You ready for your hot takes?
Currently, I don't know. I've had a very rough day, so let's. Maybe I'll throw it. Maybe I'll. Who's betting in Vegas? Maybe I'll throw the win to Mike. No, I'm just kidding. Mike, you did a great job though. I wouldn't be surprised if you won, regardless, because I don't. You got good jokes.
We'll see.
Doing good on the jokes.
Sabrina's hot takes.
It's about numbers.
Here we go, Sabrina. Hot takes. In 3, 2, 1.
I agree with Mike that the Emmys can fuck themselves. I've never liked that award show. And also, by the way, I tried to watch it like an asshole and couldn't find it anywhere. So again, Mike, big one on that. Aquaman, don't care. Amber Heard can fuck herself. Dolph Lundgren can fuck himself. Mike, great jokes on that. She-Hulk, it's a fourth wall nonsense, and not was my favorite Marvel show. It was fine, didn't love it. Weinstein, again, agree with Mike. Fucking bullshit. Shocker, you're fucking doing fucked up shit. We all know you didn't fucked up shit. The Rust situation, the armor, they're trying to throw her a deal if she like gives people up, and she's not doing that. So I guess good for not being a rat, but also fuck you. Jonathan Majors, his movie can go fuck itself. I shan't watch it. I don't care if they find funding to put it anywhere. Tay wrote Argyle. Like, let's not be ridiculous. I mean, like, come on. It's because she does those Easter eggs. People always think that.
I believe it.
The Chad Zaleski taking over John Wick, I'm totally for that. Minecraft, Jennifer Coolidge, I'm totally for anything she does. Sarah Hook on White Lotus, fuck yes. Yellow Jackets on Wednesday delayed. Shocker, we're in the midst of strikes and bullshit. Of course shit's getting delayed. Come on.
Sabrina got it, everybody.
Fuck.
Sabrina got it. Sabrina,
Where the
how does it
where the
feel?
fireworks at? Come on.
I'm doing my own. Woo! I did it.
There we go.
Hey, Sabrina, you know what I gotta say? Here they come. Sabrina got it. What the heck?
Great ass. Oh. Great. Thank you.
Sabrina, how does it feel?
I don't know. It doesn't feel amazing because I've had a stressful day and Mike did so good. So now I'm glad I got through it. That's how I feel.
You hit them all. I had barely hit 50%.
You never hit them, but you always have good jokes, dude. You never do it. But you got the good jokes. So I'm with you.
Generous definition of good.
No, you had some real fire there, bud. She was issuing subpoenas to our guests. That was great. The Dolph Lundgren bit was great. That seems rocky for him. What a drag!
That seems rocky for him.
That was great.
Oh man, we got business to attend to, don't we?
Yeah. What's everybody think about those hot takes? Now we went way over the interview here too, so we might have to drop a topic tonight.
Yeah, let's pick one. We're already at 56. Let's pick one.
Yeah, what do you think? So should we talk about Daredevil or should we talk about?
Thank you, Richard.
Richard Simmons.
Oh, Richard Tracy said we were both great. That's what I was referring to. You're the boss. You're the boss. You're the host. You pick. Mike, do you have a preference? I don't.
Yeah. I like Richard Simmons. He's
okay,
like
Richard
such
Simmons
a cool guy.
Okay, all right, so I think because we've gone over so long, I think we're going to switch over, and talk about Richard Simmons because, why not? So my ring light went out, some weird shit went down, and I'm not ready for having only the three of us. So now it's time for that feature. I can't play the graphic of the night. Here we go. I'm talking about Richard Simmons, everybody. Because you guys throw me a curveball.
He looks perfect. That's
Richard
amazing.
Simmons, everybody. Pauly Shore is playing Richard Simmons. This is going down, and it's real. It's real. It's real. Now, he's been trying to play Richard Simmons for a long time. He actually has reached out to Richard Simmons, hasn't heard back from Richard Simmons, actually said for a long time that he was just trying to stay away from Big Bear and not be away from the public and not be involved with anything, right? And now Pauly Shore did a short film. The short film is coming out right away. You're going to see that very soon. In that short film, Pauly Shore plays Richard Simmons. And the project right now, it's called The Court Gesture. And there's a short film out there, you can see it, but then the actual biopic is moving forward under Wolper Organization. They're going to be developing it. But here's the hot take that just came up before we were live. Richard Simmons came forward and says, I didn't give them any permission to do this at all. I gave no permission. Pauly Shore, I never talked about this. I don't know who these people are. I'm just trying to live my life by myself and not be involved in the entertainment industry anymore. I'm trying to be retired and done. And for me, this is messed up. They're doing this. But Pauly Shore said that he's been wanting to do it forever. He does great. If you watch trailer, he looks just like him, acts like him. I mean, it's really great. Pauly Shore even said, I'm really excited about sharing Richard Simmons' life with the world. We all need this biopic now more than ever. Pauly Shore, the Weasel. The Weasel's coming in to be Richard Simmons. Yeah, Weasel Nation. But this is going down, everybody. Very exciting. I think it could be good. I think Pauly Shore could play him well. If you watch that short film, it's very, it's going to be airing. Well, they're going to do it January 19th. They're actually going to play it at the cabin in Park City. But after that, it will debut on YouTube after that. So you can watch the whole short film on YouTube. And then, of course, they're going to branch off and do the feature after all of that. So it's interesting.
Is that a done deal? Is it greenlit?
It's greenlit. Yep, it's going down.
Oh, okay.
It's going down.
Without his permission, that's pretty fucked up.
He's a public figure. I mean, you don't need it. People like to get permission just because it makes it, it
would be nice
in case keeps a libel case from happening or kind of indemnifies them. But I don't think they need it at all.
So, Mike, you hear about this. I know you want to talk about this topic. Are you excited about Richard Simmons
really
having his own biopic? Do you think that's good that, we have someone like Pauly Shore playing him?
I think it's terrific. I'm a big fan of geez, my brain is not working. What's this guy's name? This
Pauly Shore.
Richard Simmons. Pauly Shore.
playing Richard Simmons. I always get him confused
Weasel.
with the guy from Kiss. Like for whatever reason, the names screw me up. Richard, Gene Simmons.
Gene
I
Simmons,
get it
yeah.
confused. I'm a big Richard Simmons fan. Sincerely, I think that the level of enthusiasm, like there would be no SpongeBob SquarePants without Richard Simmons. Like I think the world can use like fonts of energy like him. I fully believe that he was like incredibly sincere and was just bringing everything that he had to. I think. I don't know. I just think it was a cultural situation that like he thought that he could impact positively. I mean, I hesitate to comment because I do think that there's a lot of issues with self-esteem and self-image, and magazine covers, all that stuff wrapped up. And I think that Richard Simmons kind of saw some of that hurt, and he wanted people to be healthy, but also he wanted people to love themselves, and he just pushed it out there. So that's my rant on Richard Simmons. As far as Pauly Shore goes, right? He's Mitzi Shore's daughter, right? Mitzi Shore.
Yes.
She's she owned or
Famous
was
She owned the
From the
comedy club
comedy
or
store?
something?
Sure.
Yeah, comedy store.
yeah. She,
And then-
she
and
was
Oh
then-
a
yes, own the
booker
comedy
yes.
store. Yep.
at the comedy store. Yeah. So he's got that little bit of nepo baby action.
Oh my god, so
Look
good.
look
But
at
she,
that.
like,
Oh my god,
disowned
those
him
aren't
kinda,
even
too.
It couldn't
those
be
aren't
better.
even like. Are
Could
those
not be better.
messed with at all? Like
No, that
those
was
are
the whole
actually
thing, too.
pictures of them. They look like
Yep.
the same person.
And that was a whole thing going online, like that people were actually asking for this,
God.
saying that they look so alike. It was like a big thing online. And then Pauly Shore was like, I got to make this happen because everyone says we look so similar. And that's why he was pushing for this production to move forward. And for me, it makes sense. They do look very similar. It looks like a lot better than, I know we talked about a long time ago about Will Ferrell playing John Madden. And that's something that's going down too. And I was like, he don't look like John Madden at all. And Serena already
It's
complained.
enough like him in some pictures. Very similar. Some pictures
Yeah.
very similar.
But yeah,
It's a natural path forward for Pauly Shore, is it not? To find a biopic that resonates with him, particularly because Richard Simmons, he was a total cartoon. Like, just in terms of like, I don't know, like in improv, you'd go to a Richard Simmons character just because he's way, way bigger than life. And it can kind of make them easier to play. And Pauly Shore, like, totally known for the same thing, like just going really far out with the performance. So I would suspect, though Pauly Shore may not have the most incredible range, that he can probably nail a pretty dang solid Richard Simmons impression. So
I bet he can. If you watch the trailer for it, you can see he does a pretty freaking good job. Just like the little bit that you can actually watch
it's
online.
already out? Oh, we should have watched
There's a trailer. Yeah, there's
I
a
know,
trailer.
wish we could have.
A little bit. You can. It's actually pretty good. So it's fun. Yeah, I attached it to the email. It's okay. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
No, we wanted to watch it live with everyone. Not it's okay. I attached it to the email. Don't be a douche.
I was doing my homework
Damn,
with our
Brian.
guests anyway.
Damn,
I couldn't
Brian.
read that.
Brian's like, I did that, but fuck off.
Could he look any more like Richard Simmons?
No.
And
Has
Pauly
there
Shore's had
ever
a bad
been-
life recently. I feel bad for him because he seems like he's going down. And we saw him live one time, and he looked like he was just losing his shit, like super drunk, just
He's
like
doing
out
that.
of it. Yeah, just like I was like, oh, guys, like he's like falling off the stage.
Yeah,
So maybe he
early
needs something like
success,
this.
right? A lot of early success, then lose relevance. Like, it's not an unfamiliar story in Hollywood. Like, it's sad, but hopefully, like, he's older now. Like, he's probably had an opportunity to do some maturation, I would imagine. Like,
Yeah, I hope he does well. Sabrina, what do you feel about this Richard Simmons, Pauly Shore situation? Does he
Yes,
match
yeah, sure.
well? Doing
Yes,
part two. I'd love to see that.
Hilarious. And also a sequel to Encino Man I'd also be into, just to be clear. I feel like Brendan Fraser is
also
ripe
having a
for the
renaissance.
picking. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
that would
that
be so
perfect,
sick.
a perfect, super fucking weird like sequel 38,000 years later. I think that would be amazing.
2025.
So yeah, the resemblance is fucking uncanny. It's shocking. And honestly, to be fair, nice meme, bud. To be fair, I feel like there is
So-
like such a like. I mean, if you haven't been doing anything for a long time, right? AKA, Pauly Shore, and someone who has not actually really been in the spotlight for a long time, which is, Richard Simmons. Except for, I will note this, he goes on the Howard Stern show, used to go on the Howard Stern show a lot. They're very good friends. And I think in 2017 or 2007, they got into a huge fight, and Richard left the show crying. And Howard was trying to get him to forgive him ever since, and he did forgive him, but not. It was a couple of years ago, not couple, but several years ago. But after that, they did have a conversation. But that was really the only thing that he did publicly for a really long time. So I'm not happy that he's not happy about it, because I wouldn't want something to be going forward about me without my consent or without my input, or I would like to have a hand in that, and if he's not interested in it, I think that's shitty, and I don't care for that part of it. But that being said, I think Pauly Shore will absolutely nail the part, not only because he looks like him. Right, of course I want to see it too. I just don't like that he doesn't like it. Yeah. And I feel like Pauly Shore could absolutely embody him, when he was Richard Simmons. What point of life are we going for? What is it going to be about? Is it from his early days? Are we de-aging? Are we aging? What's going on? You know what I mean? I just don't know. I don't know. But I feel like he would definitely do a great job. If you've been out of the spotlight for so long and you're like, oh, I have to do this, you better come with something, okay? So I feel like he will. I also will just quickly note, slightly off what I'm saying currently, but Eddie Murphy did a parody of Richard Simmons on Saturday Night Live when he was on Saturday Night Live, and it's one of my favorites of all time. So everyone should just check that out if they can. It's fucking amazing. It's obviously not Richard Simmons because it's Eddie Murphy, but it's a parody of him in his heyday, and it's pretty fucking amazing. People go on Howard Stern show. Okay, so normal people don't really go on Howard Stern show
Honestly,
too much.
Queen.
Unless they're doing a musical performance or something specific. But Richard Simmons and Howard Stern's were very good friends. So they, he would go on because they were friends, and then that breach was broken when that incident happened, and he left the show crying, which was unfortunate, but they have since made up. But yeah, mostly Howard Stern shows are women who can queef 30 times in a minute, or,
that is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's just things like that, or dudes who freaking have weird kinks, or it's impressions of it. It's not really the same interview type situation that it used to be, if it ever was, really, to be honest. But it's they were friends, and he would go on a lot because of that. And then he had a really good Bruce Springsteen interview not that long ago. So it happens, but it's not really Eddie Murphy was savage. It's not really the same thing.
Having fun in the middle.
It's evolved.
You having fun in the middle there?
I can't queef at all.
Have you tried?
Yeah. You can queef if you want to.
Something really fucking weird. You know what I mean?
Is that how that song goes?
Super weird.
That's how that song goes. You can leave that queef behind. I'm just saying. But I think it's very fascinating that they're doing this. And I think that, if Pauly Shore, the little performance I saw looks good, but if Richard Simmons doesn't want it, that's always a thing, wow, why you do that? It kind of sucks for him, but I think it could be fun. The Weasel coming back and making it happen. And I agree with reluctancy of that. If Richard Simmons doesn't want it, then how do we even do this? Could there be a lawsuit? Queen asked. There could be. Eventually, there could be. You never know if Richard Simmons wants to go after him. But it sounds like he's just like you said, leave me alone, pretty much. I live in my cabin in Big Bear.
Step back and do his thing. It's just it's I don't know. I don't appreciate the invasion of someone's privacy in that respect. But I don't. It is what it is, and maybe they'll get him on board. I don't know. I'm just saying that gives me a little bit of pause, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. It's very crazy. It's exciting though. Pauly Shore, the Weasel himself, playing Richard Simmons. He's exercising that body. Exercise that body. Exercise that body. Come on now. And I think though for him,
Weasel size.
Weasel size. Oh yeah. I think it's exciting.
Tell your
Check it out. We're going to find out more about the biopic coming forward. We never knew we needed a Richard Simmons biopic, and I hope there's plenty of jazzercise, and I hope that overall they get those colors right and the energy is there, and Pauly Shore dominates the role because honestly, Richard Simmons is an icon. He deserves the best project ever. If someone's going to play him right, give it all, and make it the best project for everybody to take it in for generations to come.
Wardrobe's going to have a blast. That's all I have to say.
I know.
Oh,
Anyways,
true.
everybody.
Good point. Not me, though. Not us. Them and them. The Pauly Shore.
It's funny that I have
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It is funny how I have Daredevil in here. We're not going to talk about Daredevil, but
yeah, we'll do that next time.
Yeah, well, guess we'll have to wait till Friday, everybody, to talk about Daredevil. But interesting enough, it was a great interview tonight. I'm very happy that worked out.
See if you can get Sean in on Friday for a big party
Oh,
time.
that's
I'm sure he's got hot takes for Daredevil for you.
Who can?
I bet he does. Yeah, who can? But, we'll talk about it more on Friday. But Daredevil, of course, Foggy is coming back and Karen are coming back. They're signed back on. They said that's all the whole cinematic universe. So they are coming back. We'll have a deep dive in that on Friday. But yeah, it was a great show tonight. Honestly, I had fun talking to those guys. It was great. And I hope that their stuff keeps going and kicking ass. And I hope that they just keep finding more success. And they come back eventually.
Check out the game.
Yeah. Check out the game. Check them out. You have to check it out. Of course,
Home Security Hotline.
Home Security
on
Hotline.
Steam just dropped. Yeah, and it is sincerely
HSH.
getting great reviews. So it looks like a lot of fun.
But thank you all for being here. Appreciate you as always. Happy Hump Day. Thank you, Sabrina. Hope you had a great night. Hope you had humped it up, and you will enjoy this hump day till the rest of your life.
I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but it was a great day. And Queen, I think they are gonna bring back Elektra in Deadpool. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, Deadpool.
I don't know about
Mike Casey.
the Netflix situation, but Deadpool for sure. Not Netflix. What is it on now?
It's on Disney Plus now. Disney Plus.
Yeah, there you go.
Too
Disney
many
Plus.
streamers.
Sorry.
Mike Casey, thank you for being on Kruse Control, man. Appreciate you as always. Hope you had a great night. Thanks for bringing in some great questions to the people here, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. It was fun.
Yeah, great job, Mike.
That was incredible. I thought that
Thanks for making
was so
this
neat.
happen.
If you guys in the chat or anybody that watches this after the fact, if you got other creators that are looking to do some promotion, like we would love to have people on. It's always great to get new and interesting topics. Like I have strong hopes that we could get back Nick and David to do the real show. Like I want to hear their hot takes. They seem like some cool dudes. So if
Richard
you got a
Tracy
hot
wants
tip,
to know who won hot takes. Oh, it was a tie. Queen said it was a tie.
it's Ty.
There we go.
Brian never tells us.
I feel good about that.
He holds
I
it
didn't
in
even
his heart and doesn't tell anyone.
I didn't even start the poll, guys.
Oh, we didn't make a
start
poll. All right, so
okay.
we're
Tie.
going to call it a tie. We're just going to call it a tie.
I just started right now. I need somebody else to do the poll from now on, I think. I always forget about it.
More responsibility for
Do
me.
your own poll.
You go, grab your poll, Mike. Anyways, everybody, thanks for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you as always. Hope you had a great night. Thank you again, everybody, being here. Sabrina,
by the way, it says Mike, Peppy, and Nick. I'm not even on the fucking poll.
Oh, geez, Louise. Mike wins.
Poll's dead. Poll's dead.
You
I said the button.
suggested Encino Man 2. I'm really just excited about Encino Man 2. Sean Astin,
Sean Astin.
I had to
the Weasel.
I had to delete like all the stuff because of the other guys weren't involved with the hot takes. So
we're respectfully taking a
50-50.
tie. We're good.
50-50. All right, I believe in that. Well, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you as always. Hope you had a great time, everybody. You got to keep spreading that word. It's keep going and going and going. It's so great. I think we're at 1,143 subscribers, something like that. So numbers keep moving up. 44, 45, 555. I love that. With that nice little button there, Mike. Was that a little patch?
That's how we do it. Yeah.
Patch it up. Patch it up. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you as always. Hope you had a great night tonight. Great interview. It was fun times, more than those that come. But you got to keep telling people so we keep this going. You got to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great-grandpas, and all the grandparents all over the world. They came into your universe one day, and they fell out, and they came back, and they fell out, and they came back, and then they subscribed to Kruse Control. They subscribed to your friend's Kruse Control, and they found somebody else in the universe they love, and they subscribed to their universe, and they had babies and chinchillas and cats and dogs and all the bears in the world, and they all subscribed to Kruse Control, and the weasels. The weasel needs a subscriber now. Peppy on that. Make that shit happen, baby. You gotta make that shit happen tomorrow, today, and the next day in all the world. Make it happen because eventually we'll get to 1 million, and that'll be a great time. We'll fucking be happy then anyways. Anyways, thanks for being on Kruse Control as always. Appreciate you. Happy hump day. Hope you had a great night. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, hope you enjoy your Wednesday. We're back on Friday with a killer big show, filling the ranks of all the people here. It'll be fun. So, anyways, everybody, until next time, see ya.